This might be a little bit of a controversial opinion, and I want you to let me know what you think. But I believe that when you begin a business, a sense of survival mode is such a good motivator. Now, I'm not recommending put yourself in survival mode, put yourself in fight or flight, and to feel the worst that you've ever felt in your life. But when I quit my job, I moved countries. I started my business. I had $700 in my savings. My worst case scenario was it would fail. I'd have to move back in with my dad. I'd have to get another personal training or fitness manager job and start all over. That was my worst case scenario. And on the other side of the coin, I understand that if you have full-time, part-time income and you're building a business, you are building from overflow. You're not building from a scarcity, like I need this, I need money, I need sales, I need to find a quick fix and a trick and a tip to be able to make this business work. You are in the overflow, but that can also be a detriment. But what I'm saying is there needs to be a sense of, and I also had this conversation with not only a client, but a friend of mine who was kind of the same, this sense of, okay, what am I doing? Am I going to make this work? And I really believe that's what makes or breaks entrepreneurs. Sometimes it can be really, really easy to still have a full-time income and never take your business full-time because it's so familiar and comfortable to stay in the full-time income. And that's fine if you're doing that. But also if you really, the product or the service that you have and you want that to be your ticket to freedom, your ticket to the life that you want to create, you want to have something of your own. Like my membership it's taken me over 6 years to create and launch this year. It is truly right now my life's work and I love it. And I'm so happy that I put myself in a position to stretch myself over and over again. And maybe that's a better word than survival mode, but as a business owner, regardless of whether you are doing it from scratch with no other income or you're in a full-time, part-time job, are you consistently stretching yourself? Are you consistently making yourself expand? Or are you in a familiar routine? And I think that the worst case scenario for me, moving back in with my dad, it's not the worst case scenario. It's not like the worst thing ever, I should say. But what it did is allow me to keep stretching, to keep taking calculated risks, to keep going for what I wanted, knowing deep down that this is the life that I wanted to create. And I reflected on the past 6 years only this morning, and I am so grateful that I put myself in that position. But I know that might be a little controversial to kind of put yourself in that position. Disclaimer, there is nuance to everything, but let me know what you think.